Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. I send the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Hi, Josh. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, for those of you that don't know, this is Josh Seiter, correct? Am I saying it correctly? Seiter. Okay. I spelt it wrong and said it wrong. So, Seiter. And most of you know Josh from, I think, season 11 of The Bachelorette, if I'm not mistaken. But I started following Josh back whenever I saw Josh start dating Yolanda from 90 Day Fiancé. And then from there, I mean, you've went out, let's see who else, like Lizzie from Love After Lockup, and then just recently Karini. I mean, there's so much to talk about. But what we're here to mainly discuss, and I've got questions about all of it, Josh, but what we're here to mainly discuss is, how did this happen with you and Natalie?
Well, she inboxed me, and I guess we started following each other on Instagram. And she inboxed me and was asking. Obviously, I mean, the DMs are out there, so they can see herself. But she just immediately went into like this casting pitch for her, and why she's so perfect for television, and why she's going to be the next big star. So I immediately recognized that she was just trying to use me for something. Did not care to get to know me at all as a person or be friendly with me. And I was like, that's kind of weird to just aggressively message somebody and be like, where's the castings? Give me the cast. So,
hey, send me them producers.
I started to play along, and I saw her immediately for who she was. And I said, I'm going to have some fun with this. So I said, I'll just get her to expose herself. And within 5 minutes, she did.
So you were just playing with her about you. Hey, you're like, hey, yeah, I've got a show coming up on ABC. And she was like, what? You do. And then she goes on, though, to bust herself. Like, how's this going to work out? I'm filming The Single Life, but I'm not single. So did you lie to producers, Natalie? What's going on?
Yeah, and she obviously did. I mean, she told me multiple times she had a boyfriend and she's not single, but she's on The Single Life. And what's funny is those are all within the same screen grab. So they're such contradictory.
I know. It was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, it was a train wreck, and it was absolutely hilarious to watch. So
Well, bravo for you doing that, because it was like, I don't know if you know, but I mean, I can only speak for myself and the people that follow me, but a lot of us don't like Natalie. We feel like she used Mike just for the sole purpose to be on 90 Day Fiancé to begin with, and now it's obvious that she's grasping at straws and going into your inbox and just hoping to get her foot in the door anywhere she can, and in this case, primetime television, which is hilarious. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Natalie.
I didn't know much about her at all. I've never seen her season. The only season I've ever seen of 90 Day was during lockdowns when we were all locked down. I watched episodes. I think that was Karini's season, but I knew, like, I'd seen Natalie's pictures online and knew that she was kind of a savage and had used a guy named Mike to, like, get her green card or whatever. So I was like, yeah, this will be fun. So.
Well, that's awesome, because she played right into it. And like I said, the story's everywhere. Every blogger's talking about it. Like you said, there's 2 articles just today that also incorrectly spelled your name, which I'm sorry for. I did correct it. But because everybody's talking about this, because this is kind of a big deal. Like, Natalie, you're kind of done now. I mean, you might as well get some gigs in LA and not reality TV, because nobody's going to believe your storyline ever anymore. So.
Well, and there's more dirt actually that's going to come out. I don't want to speak on it, but a very good friend of mine who is a blogger just found out some information that kind of dwarfs what I let out. So the next installment of this Natalie saga is going to be 100 times worse. And so that should be coming out Monday. So
Monday.
Everyone will see it, and it's very embarrassing, and it's about her past, and it just speaks to the type of person she is. So,
let's see. So anyway, let me ask you, what blogger do we need to follow for this tea?
I don't want to say the name right now because I don't know if they want me to, and I don't want to violate like their trust. But I'll make a post about it on my Instagram as soon as I get the okay, and I will direct everyone from my page to go over and follow them for the tea. So.
I think I might know who it is. I'm not too sure. But maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think you just said him. So there's only one him blogger that I know that's. Oh, it is him. It's Mr. George Mossy. So please, mods in the chat, if you could drop.
Oh, is that him? Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's George Mossy. So yeah, he's going to be breaking this story. It's going to be epic. It's going to be hilarious. And yeah, like I said, it's about 100 times worse than the one I let out. So stay tuned to his page and go follow him, and he'll have all the juicy tea on that.
And that's on Instagram, and you can follow his name just like it's spelt here on the screen. I've been following him now since I met Kimberly from 90 Day Fiancé, actually, because she told me about him. I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. But then again, I've been a lot here more lately than on Instagram, so it's easy for me not to be able to be up on things. But I can't wait to see that. Natalie, you shouldn't have been such an evil bee. Hey, Sassy Susie. So tell us a little bit more about you, Josh. So you have went to law school.
Yeah, so I went to law school. My third year of law school, what's referred to as your 3L year. I was dead broke. A lot of the kids who are in law school came from wealthy families. I come from a very lower middle class family. So I had no money. And so by third year, I was completely broke, and I needed a weekend job because I was interning full-time at the courthouse as well as going to law school full-time. So I needed a weekend job, and I didn't want to be a bartender. So my hairstylist at the time was like, you need to be a male stripper. So I was like, So I auditioned, got it, and then kind of ever since then, everything else is history, as they say. So
were you a stripper before you were cast to be on The Bachelorette, or was that after?
Yeah, so I was a stripper before. So in 2012 is when I started dancing. And then I was actually cast as a stripper on a show on the E! Network called The Escape Club. And that aired prior to the Kardashians every Tuesday during the summer of 2014. But not a lot of people watched it. Mm-hmm. So that was my first reality show. And I was on the whole season, but it didn't get a lot of clout. And then 3 years after I started dancing, I was on The Bachelorette, and that's kind of when everything took off. So,
and so, how did you fare on The Bachelorette? Because it was back in 2015. So, how did you do in the show?
Yeah, so I didn't do well on the show. I was barely on there. I was on there for 2 episodes. Everyone thought it was like going to be the end of me. Like, oh, okay, he was on 2 episodes. No one knows who he is. I had like 1,000 followers on Instagram. But the way the producers had kind of done me bogus on the show, I was like, you know what? Like, they're not writing my story. Like, my story's not done. Like, I'm going to be relevant, and I'm always going to be relevant. So I started building up my Instagram following from 1,000 followers up to a couple 100,000, mostly through mental health posts about depression, anxiety awareness, OCD, and then, of course, shirtless, thirsty photos and stuff.
You said it, not me.
I started dating 90-day people, and that now, 8 years after I was on 2 episodes of The Bachelorette, everyone knows who I am. So, yeah, they can't get rid of me. People are tired of seeing me, and I understand that, but I'm just going to keep being here. So,
well, perseverance is the thing. So let's be honest. Let's lay it all out on the table. So I want to know, in your efforts to remain relevant, in your efforts to make sure Josh Seiter is a household name, is that why we're dating people from 90 Day Fiancé? Is this a networking thing, or did you really like these women?
No, a lot of it, it's just coincidental and serendipitous. A lot of this stuff, it just happens. Like, my DMs I get a lot of DMs. Like, my story views get 10 to 20,000 views. So there's constantly people DMing me, and so that's usually how I end up talking to these people that are on TV. Is they'll DM me, I'll DM them, or they'll be liking all my pictures, so I'll like all their pictures back, and we'll start talking. They'll be like, "Oh, you're hot." I'll be like, "Oh, you're hot." Just the typical thing. So it's not like a calculated move on my part. It just kind of happens organically. And then that infuriates people, because I guess there's an unspoken rule that if I'm on TV, I can't date someone else who's been on TV. I don't know. So yeah, people are all up in arms.
Well, I think it's just a little confusion, and I'm going to tell you why. And there's no shade here, because, hey, you're a single man. You can do what you do. And by the way, totally impressed with the Shar Jackson date, just to let you know. Tell her, get some K-Fed deets for me, please, because that's basically 3 degrees of separation from Brittany, and I'm here for it. Okay. Okay. So anyway, but so you started with Yolanda, and you and Yolanda, it seemed like y'all dated for a while. And then, like I said, after that was Lizzie from Love After Lockup. And didn't y'all date for a while as well?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. And so what has happened in all these relationships? Where do they go? Is it you not getting, not able to do the long distance thing, or is it them not able to? I mean, what is it? What's the deal?
I don't think it's me. So I feel like a lot of the girls are, they're just a little strange. So Yolanda was sketchy. She was talking to another guy and admitted to me that he moved in with her, and that she had a guy living with her, and so that's what led to us breaking up. Karini, I found out talking to another guy, and there were screenshots that he sent me on Instagram of her saying, "I love you. I'll leave Josh. I can't wait to see you." And so when I called her out on it, she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Josh. It's not true." And by that point, I was like, "Yeah, you're sketchy." She was still talking to Paul. She went and
I was about to say, yeah. I thought they were getting back together, maybe.
Visited Paul. The whole thing's just sketchy, and I'm not a fan of that. So I was like, nah, I can't do this. So, all my relationships don't always end terribly or catastrophically, but I think because of Yolanda and Karini, kind of the fallout from it, people think there must be some big thing there, but it's really not. It's just they were shady and they were talking to other guys, so I stopped talking to them.
Okay, so what about the mystery woman that you posted on Valentine's Day? Just
yeah, I'm a single guy. I'm on Tinder. I think someone broke that today. I'm on Tinder, so I meet up with people, and, if we vibe, we vibe, and I spend time with whoever I want to spend time with, whether or not they're on TV or not. A lot of them aren't. So yeah, she's just someone that I spent time with, spent Valentine's Day with, and yeah. So.
Well, okay, that answers a lot of questions. And then, because I was confused, because then, like I said, I saw that Shar Jackson post. Does Shar Jackson care if you posted her DMs?
I don't know. I don't really. So I kind of just do whatever I want. If I upset people, I don't care. And I don't know. It seems to make people want to talk to me even more. But I do now get the whole, hey, I want to talk to you, but you're not going to post my DMs, are you? So I'm like, no, I'm not going to post them. And if they don't want me to, I wouldn't, obviously. But I do get asked that now, like, hey, just please do not post our conversation. And
yeah, but hey, we're all here for the conversation posts, especially whenever they're that juicy, when you got a whole ass frauding 90-day cast member that, quite frankly, I mean, I don't think she's going to hear the end of this from the producers. So share away, but yeah, get the permission, and don't mess up that date with Shar for sharing her DMs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Does anybody in the chat have any questions? And what else do you have to tell us today, Josh? You're quite the interesting person.
Yeah, people are like, you're an enigma. I can't figure you out. I just like to have fun. You know, it's the internet, and I feel like people take it so seriously. He's lying. He's not single. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I think he's being pretty, but I think City Girl, he's being pretty upfront about his, like, seeing other people. So I don't ask him why he leaked the messages from Karini. I don't even think I saw any messages from Karini. What were those messages?
Oh yeah, so me and her were chatting, and she was like, I'll see you again. I want to see you. I was like, are you seeing Paul? She's like, no, I'm not seeing Paul. And I was like, that's weird, because I just saw like a picture of them at the airport together. And so she was being sketchy and a sketchball, just like Natalie. And so when people are like that with me, I'll just leak the messages. So yeah, I was like, yeah, she's being sketchy. I'm gonna leak them. So that's what I did.
So that's why, City Girl. Like I said, I don't think it would be really hard for him to be lying and trying to play women whenever he's putting it all out there on his Instagram for all of us to see. And I had seen the story about Natalie going around, and he put it in my DMs. I was like, hey, we're going to kind of talk about this, because I can speak. I mean, even my mods that are in this chat were like, Brooke, you couldn't have picked a worse picture of Natalie to put on that thumbnail, because that's how much, like, we're just not trying to glorify Natalie. But I liked that picture of her, actually, so I put that one. But
guys need to stay. If she's afraid of the optics and how she's going to look, I'm telling you, when George Mossey drops this article, there's no hiding from it. It is terrible, and it's going to look horrible. So yeah, she's built up a facade. I think everybody has, right? Everyone on TV builds up a facade. The difference between me and Natalie is I don't pretend to be this good guy or this altruistic person or anything like that. I'm pretty honest about and transparent about what I do, and that I'm having fun. But Natalie portrays someone she's not, and behind closed doors, she's very, very parasitic and uses people. And so just tune into George and what he's gonna drop.
So does George also have a YouTube channel, or does he do everything on Instagram?
Yeah, he has a YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. If he's still watching, he can jump on and say, but his main is YouTube and Instagram. So.
George, if you're here still in the chat and you want to come up and promote your channel, sir, you're welcome to do so. Let's spread the love for the 90-Day Tea
he is the one
creators.
Who the Natalie story with me, so I can find about the DMs, and so he is the one who broke it. And I've noticed that some tabloids that have picked it up the last couple of days haven't been giving him credit for it. So
they definitely need to do so. So yeah, I would love to have him come up. We dropped his channel link in the chat. I mean, in the chat. So everybody go sub up to Mr. George Mossey. And so we can be on all aspects of social media when this stuff drops, because it's going to be a doozy. I can already tell. Let's see. So does anybody else have any questions for Josh? And so have we touched on all of the creators? Is there anybody else that you've dated from the franchise that we haven't talked about?
No. Oh, well, there is, someone that I've never spoken about, but behind the scenes, they're causing quite a stir. Two people.
Who's that?
So Laura Jalali, is that how you say her last name? Me and her were talking, and she has been spreading lies, saying just the typical homophobic throwback comments that you'd hear from someone from like 1930 about, because I'm pretty open about, everything, and, love is love, and whatever people want to be, I don't care. Me and her were talking for a few weeks and sharing videos and pictures and everything. She was like, babe, I'm going to call the producers. This was shortly after we Combs. She's like, babe, I'm going to call the producers. Oh my God, if you get on the show with me, they're going to love us together. We're going to be so perfect. And then she saw an article where I said I was pansexual, where I just said, look, I don't discriminate against anyone. Love is love, and I don't care about gender or whatever. You know, I've only have dated women, but you know, I guess I identify as pansexual if you need to put a label on it. And she lost it, and she forwarded it to me and was screaming. And she like called me 15 times, and she's like, what is this article? I'm like, dude, that article's from like 6 months ago, for one. For two, like, there is so much dirt about you. Why are you worried about this article where I say I identify as pansexual? Like, it's not a big deal. And so ever since then, she will contact people and be like, why are you doing an interview with Josh Seiter? He likes men. Did you know that he's, yeah.
So what? It is 2020 freaking 3, Laura Jalali. And she and I have done an interview before. Actually, it was on her Instagram, but she took it down. But she got mad at me for something. But
the third blogger to tell me that exact same story.
What's that? That we fell out?
Got mad and fell out. Yep.
Oh yeah, and she got mad at me because, and I'm not friends with them anymore, but I've made amends with another blogger, and she lost her shit and blocked me on everything, and that was the end of that. But before that, she was like ready to start a YouTube channel with me. Let's do this. Let's do 90-day commentary, you know, and then she didn't like one thing I did and blocked me.
Yeah,
so
I heard that exact same story of her trying to dictate who people can be friends with. And when they say, I'm my own person and I'm autonomous, she flips out and stops talking to them. So I confronted her hard about the pansexual thing, and she got so angry. I ended up blocking her because she was called me 15 times in a row. And I'm like, dude, nothing warrants 15 calls. Like, it's not that serious. So I just blocked her. And then another person that is baby girl Lisa. When I was dating Yolanda, baby girl Lisa used to message me between 100 and 200 times a day on Instagram talking about Soulja Boy. And,
she's one of my really good friends.
Oh, was she? Well,
yeah. She is now still. She probably go live with me later today.
She still leaves negative comments about me, and I don't understand it. Like, there'll be a post about me, and she'll be like, oh my God, like, this guy's whatever, and she'll talk mad about me. And I'm like, all I ever did was listen to you talk about Soulja Boy, give you advice, and then she one day just blocked me and now shows up.
I'll talk to her. Maybe there was a misunderstanding. I like Lisa.
I don't take anything personal, so to me it's funny. Like the Laura thing, the baby girl Lisa thing, it's funny. If baby girl Lisa were to unblock me and message me today, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Because, you know, I don't take it personal, but it's just. And then Kiki and Kibbutz is like, hates me now after we did an interview, and she's been.
Who is that? I saw somebody put that name in chat. Who's Kiki and whoever? Is that another?
She won Word on the Street reality, and we did an interview, and it was so nice. And I was like, hey, thank you so much for having me. I had a great time. And then she 4 days later just flipped out, and now she like posts me every other day saying I'm a liar and I need to shut my mouth. And
wow, unbelievable. You've got a lot of drama, Josh, but you seem to enjoy it. And so, I mean, you'll get along fine in these YouTube streets, because that's about all we do around here. But wow, so Laura Jalali floors me. I'm sorry. So y'all actually made a love connection?
Yeah, we were timing and pictures and videos and all that. Yeah, man. No one knows about that. I've never told anyone about it. When I was being interviewed a couple weeks ago, someone was like, is there a cast member you haven't told anyone about? And I was like, man, I know there's someone. And then my brain like blanked. But yeah, Laura definitely. And she was still talking mad stuff about her ex.
Oh yeah. She's never going to get over that.
Yeah.
Ever.
She'll never get over it. But I saw Tom's white girlfriend or whatever that's married. Mm-hmm. She was hating on me earlier today on a post that was about me.
The little short girl. I'm a little short girl, but so the girl is like my height.
She uses tons of Photoshop, like to where, the one that
Mariah, me and Mariah. Yeah, that one.
Her. Yeah. So she was like going off about me, and I like being hated. So I think it's funny that I'm so angry.
You know, I mean, some people are like that. No, I think City Girl, he said he was trolling Natalie the minute he realized that she was coming into his DMs looking for something. So,
Yep.
but you keep playing the games like this with all these ladies, you might just land up on one. But Laura promising you to be on reality TV as soon as y'all started talking?
Not as soon, but again, I have never reached out to production. I have never tried to be on the show. It's so funny because I see people commenting, like 100 people a day will leave a comment, you want to be on TLC so bad. The only people that have ever brought up TLC in a conversation, it's not me. It was Yolanda was pressing it extremely hard and had me interview with her field producer. And then Laura Jalali is the second person. I have never brought it up. I've never asked to be on the show. I don't really think I even would if they asked me. But yeah, those two, Yolanda and Laura, they were pushing it hard like that. They were like, this is our golden ticket, is basically what they said.
I wonder, did Laura have you talk to any producers? I'm just so interested in this Laura thing because I thought that she was in Canada, donezo, done with the show, done with TV, done with it all. And to hear her in the background trying to get you to go on TV with her just blows my mind.
She said, she's like, babe, what's your email address? I'm giving it to the producer. She really likes you, but she wants to make sure this is real. This was only after like 2 weeks of talking to her.
Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. Because then she was hanging out with Memphis. I mean, that's the last I saw of her because she was hanging out with Memphis like 6 months ago in Canada. And I was like, what the heck? And this was, I think, right after Memphis and Hamza split up. I don't know if you watched that season, but I was like, I knew she was plotting something. So how long ago was this that y'all were talking?
So I want to say this was towards the latter part of COVID lockdowns. I remember it was locked down. The gym was locked down. She was talking about how she was gaining weight because she couldn't go to the gym. And, everyone was dealing with that. So I want to say it was probably August or September of 2020. But it could have been a little bit later than that. I'd have to go back, and I deleted all our text messages and after I blocked her. But it was sometime around the end of 2020.
Okay, so that was then before she and I became friends, and then stopped being friends because I think that was more around 2021. So that just she never even told me, not that we talked all that much, but that I followed you then. I mean, you would have thought that would have been something she would have said. Wow, but okay, well, so what are we gonna do now? So what are your plans now? Who's the lady of the night today?
Well, the good thing is there isn't one. I'm single. There's a few people I'm talking to. There's someone I have a crush on that is on a television show on Netflix, and we've been chatting. I would never say her name or expose it. But
is it Love is Blind?
It's not that show. It's probably one people wouldn't expect. It's actually a documentary, and she's one of the experts on it. And so we started chatting. I DM'd her and was just like, I love you on the show. And we've been talking, and I really like her, but it's not like we're going to get married tomorrow or something. So I'm open to whatever. And, everywhere you look now, there's some post about me and so, or Josh doing this, or Josh in OnlyFans, or Josh, what's his sexuality? So there's always going to be something going on that I have to answer about or whatever. So I'm just chilling in the chilling
like a villain. George, you're right. Why be in a relationship when you could just be single and have fun? He doesn't have any kids. He is still living his best life. So you do you. As long as you're being honest with everybody and transparent, I don't see the big of it. It's not that big of a deal. Thanks, Bailey. Bailey, if I saw you on a panel the other day, then I think you're gorgeous too. If that was you on a panel that I saw. But anyway, okay. So let's see. Do you still have your OnlyFans?
Yeah, I do. I still have it. I haven't been actively promoting it just because, there's other things I want to focus on. I've been doing OnlyFans since April of 2018. And I did really well on it. So I'm kind of focusing on other things. My father passed away in August of 2021, and I lost my grandparents shortly prior to that also. So my mom is gone from kind of, having her entire family, her parents, her husband, all her kids, to no one. So
So sorry.
I do spend a lot of time overseeing my family's estate and taking care of my mom and traveling. I see my nieces and nephews all the time in Texas. And so, yeah, I'm kind of just stepping away from the work mode and that constant grind and just kind of enjoying life now more. And I think my dad's passing helped me realize that. But yeah, I still have my OnlyFans.
How well, do you mind me asking? Because OnlyFans always just, I wish I was 20 years old and I don't even know, and could just take pictures and do all these things and put them on OnlyFans, because you guys make a freaking killing over there.
Well, I think you're beautiful. I think you could do it.
Thank you.
I don't know.
But got kids.
Well, you look good to me.
Thank you.
I
mean, I don't want them to see anything. It would have to be something really PG, like, or my feet.
Well, check. That's a great point that you bring up. So I have never posted anything other than underwear pics. So people always associate that, oh, you have to, do X-rated stuff on OnlyFans. I had a good mentor when I started, and they let me know, never do that because the images will get leaked to Google. And why would someone pay for your OnlyFans if they can just see it all on Google? So I took that to heart, and I just post in underwear, and I've done very well. To be candid, I started in April of 2018. I was in the top 0.01% for the first 2 years that I did it. And then there's a natural attrition rate after you've been on for so long. But since then, I've stayed in the top 1 to 10%. And then most recently, it's just fallen off just because I've had it for so long. There's been thousands and thousands of subscribers that have come and seen. And honestly, I don't post on there a lot. I only post on OnlyFans once a month. So it's just not something I keep up with, but I've done well on it, and it's allowed me to invest, and it's allowed me to live a comfortable life and
that's awesome
passive income. But you should do it. You don't have to. They have like comedians on there now. They have like round tables. They have podcasts. Like, you don't have to just
really.
Yeah, you don't have to be like Carini and go full X-rated mode with Paul on there or something.
That was something else. Did you see with the strap on?
Dude, I have friends that still send me those images to this day. So when me and her went for a walk in the park, I had posted a picture of us walking in the park, and she freaked out and said CPS was going to take away her kids because she was seeing me. And I said, Carini, have you ever Googled your name on the internet? If CPS is going to take away your kids, it's not going to be because you were holding Josh Seiter's hands at a park when the leaves were falling. It's going to be because of this picture. And then I sent her like 50 pictures that are available on Google of her. And she's like, there is nothing wrong with that. I have, no regrets about doing that. And I'm like, if you're worried about a walk in the park with me and you're not worried about this stuff, like, I don't know what to tell you. So
we need to reevaluate the situation. So the reason, George, and is because I don't think that they're going to go look at on OnlyFans. Like what he just said, that I figured that the images would be transferred and always uploaded to Google, so that you wouldn't even, like, for example, if you want to ever go see, like, may he rest in peace, Aaron Carter, but I couldn't believe the stuff that Aaron Carter was putting on when I first started following him on OnlyFans.
Shocked by that.
Me too. And but you could find it. All you have to do is Google it. Now maybe it's a little different because he's a celebrity, but when I saw that, I was like, oh shit. Like, like anybody that puts stuff on there must transfer onto a free search site. So,
or Nikki Otto. I mean,
there's Lisa right there.
Oh, is that baby?
Hey, yes.
Ask her.
Lisa, I'm like Josh, Lisa. Look, Maria, you can do crocheting on OnlyFans. Maria's there. We're all gonna have an OnlyFans by the end of the week.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I believe so. Like, if you just, like, I think even any of the 90-day people, I mean, oh man, we really, poor Avery, when she did that OnlyFans, oh God, I really feel bad.
Somebody said, I'm feeling like an Arby's sandwich, honestly.
Oh my gosh, I'm just starving for Arby's. But and it was only done because she's a really vile, mean piece of shit. But it was everybody, even cast. Okay.
I think it was made some pretty bold statements about her political beliefs, and I'll have her own political beliefs. And Avery's another person I talked to. She would message me every single day that me and Yolanda, when we first started talking, every day I would get a message, oh my God, is this real? please tell me, are you guys faking it? Are you really dating Yolanda? And I was like, look, I can't really talk about this situation. She's like, I gotta know. So me and her were chatting, and then In Touch did an article and was like, is Josh Seiter seeing Avery? And she freaked out and was like leaving messages all over In Touch. And then like she was being really outspoken about her political beliefs, and there was a lot of blowback about that. Like people didn't want to hear what she had to say about politics and Black Lives Matter, and she kind of sunk herself with that.
Yeah, I agree. But not only that, but when she got so triggered by us just posting and stuff, which I guess it was rude, but she deleted her whole OnlyFans after that. Because I'm gonna let you up, Lisa, if you're nice. We gotta be nice. I don't know why you don't like Josh if you don't like him. We're not hooking up any Josh with Seaway. We're not even putting that into the atmosphere, Paul. Stop it. Let's see. But I have inside information from the horse's mouth about stuff that she's done. So that she's a little bit, in my opinion. So let's see, Lisa, if she's gonna come up. Let's see. Anybody else have questions while we wait on Lisa? Zeus, y'all quit talking about it. He doesn't even need to know who she is. Okay, don't even bring her name up in this chat. She's irrelevant. She's a Christian witch, Josh. I mean, I don't know if you're interested.
Sure, send her my way.
Okay, now I'm second guessing myself and thinking this might be actually hilarious. Let's see. This will redeem you. What? Who, me? I don't need redemption. But she's not coming. So, wow. Okay, let me see what else. Anybody else have any questions? Yeah, Gross is right. There's Lisa. Here we go.
Baby girl.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, can you hear me, hon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I had switched it off my speakers. What's going on?
We were just talking about Natalie and her trying to fraud TLC and as being single with a man while she's on Single Life, and then trying to get on the Bachelorette with Josh.
I know, it's funny. I found it funny that she reached out to Josh.
Yeah, she did. And then she didn't, it was like the first thing out of her mouth too. It was like, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, you know anybody that's looking for reality TV? I bring all the ratings.
By God.
I'm just amazed though, because Josh, you sure have been through the 90-day cast, haven't you?
Yeah. What about you?
I'm doing really good. I stay my private life private. I'm married to a childhood sweetheart.
Good.
And Brooke is one of my best friends that I met on social media.
That's great. I'm happy for you. I want nothing but the best for everybody.
What happened, Lisa? Y'all were friends, and then what happened?
Oh, Josh got his boxers in an uproar and blocked me.
He said you blocked him.
You blocked me.
Brooke, I'll show you then.
Okay.
I've got it. I don't know.
So what do you think? What do you think about Josh and Laura? Did that blow your mind? Did you just come in?
I just came in, sweetie. I just came in.
Yeah, he told us that him and Laura were talking at one point in time too.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I couldn't believe it. That blew my mind.
Brooke, I'm telling you, this is definitely a spider web from hell when I tell you 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, well, of course it is. I've been here for 3 years. You don't think I know?
I just, Laura, she doesn't care for me. She got her panties in a bunch when she thought I was talking about her on the Dominic Naughty show. Sorry, sweetie, no.
So y'all were cool before that. Then you said one thing, and then it was.
I didn't say nothing. She got all jacked up because I had made a comment to Dom, because I met Dom.
Right.
And I was joking with Dom, and she got her panties in a bunch, so I don't know what happened with it. But you know me, Brooke, in one ear and out the other.
Right. Absolutely. I don't think Josh would date Usman, Paul. Absolutely not. But I bet Usman would date Josh.
Oh, you are 100%.
He would.
If you got a chance to get that visa to get here and that passport.
You damn skippy.
Yes,
You damn skippy.
He might even date Jesse Meester. Brooke,
Maybe.
did you see Jesse Meester posted that up about I said local talent?
I think he's
Jesse,
got me blocked. I don't know.
Jesse has it on YouTube. Yes, he does. Or
He's got a
TikTok, one of the two.
He grosses me out. I can't with Jesse.
Well, I thought it was funny that he posted me.
What did he say about you?
He posted a scene where I called Usman local talent.
Oh yeah, he is. He is local talent.
Because
But
you know, all the meme makers and the bloggers always send me all the juicy 411.
Jesse does have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Jesse, maybe there's a lot, George, that have me blocked. It's hit or miss.
Hey, George.
It's hit or miss. Yeah, he is pretty gross, huh? So,
personal trainer.
City Girl seems to know you a lot. I wonder who City Girl is. She says, ask him about his son.
Josh,
I guess.
That was a story by Sherelle's World. She's someone else that hates me for no reason.
She hates me too. It's cool.
Oh, all right. Well, looks like we have a lot in common, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, George, you know, you need to check out my TikTok then, sweetie, because there's another woman that just got up on my TikTok. That whole thing, that book, that's hysterical. Because Kim was stalking me on TikTok. No offense, Josh. But then she got mad and she said she's the only one. Brooke, I think we're up to what, 4 women that was talking to at the same time, plus me.
Back in 2020, and that's what I've been doing is talking about this other girl named Amber, which y'all don't even need to worry about. But anyway, it's just talking about how Usman was talking to Lisa and Usman at the same time. And then another lady in Canada. And that's all I knew about until he showed up on the show with Kim. And I know y'all don't probably see eye to eye, or maybe y'all do, but she's a very nice lady, and I'm friends with both Lisa and Kim. And but it is true. If they did in fact meet March of 2020, Usman was also talking to Amber, Jess, Lisa, and
Zara.
Yeah.
And Zara.
He's like a sweet.
No offense to you, Brooke. You know I love you dearly, and it's okay that you're friends with her. I think it's great. I just have second thoughts on any woman that met a guy watching the news and married a cop killer. I have a problem with that because I have a lot of police that are on my TikTok and on my Instagram.
So,
and that's just my personal opinion.
I know.
So what's new, Josh? What are you up to now?
Oh, not much. Just hanging out, doing the same old thing, spending time with family, spending time with my cat, Oliver, reading a lot. I got into James Patterson, so I've been reading he does a lot of nonfiction. So I've been reading a lot of his nonfiction stuff, like murder mystery. He does like Dateline murder mystery books.
Yes, I read. That's one of my favorite authors. They're really good. Yeah.
So I'm reading James Patterson, and I go out to eat, I work out, I try to exercise a lot. So I go for walks like 3 or 4 times a day. It's hard when you're a content creator or you're on OnlyFans. It leaves you a lot of time, a lot of free time. So I find that I have to structure my day really well so that I don't become bored or get into bad habits. So I really focus on like fitness, health, family, reading, things that'll keep me grounded and give me structure to my day. So that's really all I've been up to. There's nothing crazy besides all the 90-day stuff. So,
well, 90 days is crazy in itself. I mean,
yeah.
When I saw the conversation between you and Natalie, I was like, oh Lord, Josh, didn't you learn your lesson the first round? Don't do it.
Yeah, well, I thought it was more an opportunity to expose her. So I didn't want to be like, a victim, like, oh, I'm a victim of Karini or Yolanda. I always see things as opportunities. So I said, man, she's really showing her true colors. This is a great opportunity to expose her. So,
and it really was. I mean, I got to agree with Josh there. It was, he played that.
I mean, I sent a message to Varia and I said, you need to get hold of Natalie and let her know that was a real dumb blonde move.
So Varia is her only friend. Oh, I thought you were meaning Yara. I was like, I don't think Yara cares for Natalie.
My phone is at 4%. So should I charge it? Do you want me to put it on a charger? Can I move, or what do you?
Just turn your camera off and go get your charger.
Turn it off.
Yeah, just say stop, Cam, and then do whatever you need to do, and then you come right back. There we go. Well, I guess it is an opportunity if you think about it. I mean, if you like somebody and you jive with them, but it is what it is. You know, these women are also contributing to these discussions, and as you can see, I can't. My mind just. What are they going to do to her, Lisa? What are they going to do to her if they know that she's dating somebody and filming the single life?
Does it really matter? I mean, come on, look at Kim and Usman. Zara backed out of her contract, and TLC allegedly told him to find another woman, aka Kimberly.
So, what date was that then?
That is when he was with Zara. After he was starting to create the video for Zara, he wrote the song already, and Zara didn't like the contract, and she totally told TLC she was not doing it.
But she made one appearance, I thought.
She did by video. Okay. Because if you recall, Usman was telling everyone TLC forced him to call Zara. Please, oh please, Lord, give me strength. Yeah, because I can say what I want because I'm not on a contract because I don't have any desire to work for, doing reality TV anymore.
Got it, George. Okay, so the real situation is they know she's married and has a boyfriend on the single life. Oh yeah, she's not even divorced from Mike, no, is she?
Married to Mike, has a boyfriend that she admitted in the DM she's gonna live with, wants to film a bachelor type dating show with me, and is on the single life. So she's got a lot on her plate. It must be hard to juggle.
Exactly, Josh, because think about it. Kim was on whatever show it was the first time round. And Usman was technically still married to me.
Mm-hmm. But I was talking about Natalie.
Natalie. She's another prime example.
So is she just staying married to Mike so she can stay in the country?
Yes. Yeah.
So why is even like the United States allowing that? Like, why is Mike not turning her in? Once they get married, I thought they could stay here for 10 years.
No, they have to get the green card first, sweetie.
Oh, so she's just going to stay married to him until she gets a green card.
Mm-hmm. And that could take up to 3 years.
Why is he allowing this?
I don't know. That's a good question. But while she's here, we'll just keep exposing her. So I'm telling you, when Monday rolls around, it is going to be epic.
You aren't kidding, Josh, because what I said is that our embassy should investigate everyone that has ever appeared on 90 Day Fiancé to see their true reasoning to why they're in the United States.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Honestly.
There's a lot of couples from TLC that are legit, but let's face it, facts are facts. Most of it's just for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I still don't understand. Like, that would be the biggest to Natalie for Mike to be like, oh, no, we're not. And Mike doesn't seem like the type that would just let it roll and let it slide and let her continue to be living here on his name.
Neither does Mike's mom either.
So what's up with that? Maybe he's just cutting her a break?
I think Mike does have compassion because apparently something he did for her mother during the war zone, he was doing something for the mother. So I do believe Mike has compassion. And as long as it's not financially costing him anything, he probably is just like letting it ride.
Wow. I guess so, because it does cost money to get a divorce too.
Well, did he steal his debit card for a year or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did hear about that one.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing that she did that. I'm laughing at what a clown this woman is. And it's a shame because she's beautiful. We can't deny she's not gorgeous, but but the inside is so ugly and so toxic.
Yeah.
And that's what a waste to be such a gorgeous shell of a person and then the innards just not be okay. It's a shame. And she even talks about that, about how God gave her beautiful face in these messages. And I'm like, but he didn't obviously give you a conscience, remorse, or a beautiful heart.
Her plastic surgeon gave her a beautiful face. So, I mean, it's kind of disingenuous for her to suggest that she was born with that face.
A lot of the cast members do that, Josh. I've seen that.
Yeah,
they have all this work done and they don't claim it. Hey, if I'm going to go get a boob job, you can bet your ass I'm going to say, hey, look, I got a boob job. I'm very proud of what I've done.
Yeah. Lisa, you don't need a boob job, to be fair.
Well, I'm just stating the fact, something funny. But seriously, if you have the work done, recognize the physician who took care of you and the transformation, because
So
it's amazing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I really thought she had a very exotic look, like a very exotic face. And I thought that everything was natural because did she get a nose job? Because her nose is
Mhm.
no,
What I heard,
I
she
love the
did.
way she looks. I think she's gorgeous. Like, I'm not going to take that away from her at all.
No, she is stunning, but you'd have to check with one of the other bloggers, because I thought I heard something about, she had her nose job done because of sinus issues or something of the nature.
Oh, the good old sinus excuse. That's a good one.
Sinus issues. She must. Can you let me know which doctor gave you a nose job for sinus issues? I'd like to know so I could go make an appointment. I only have to pay 20% of that bill. Thank you. Sinus issues. So yeah, well, to me, I've always thought she was pretty. I thought maybe she used some really, really, really dark electric looking contacts, but wow, nice to know she did have a nose job because she had a medical condition. Okay. Well, maybe she did have sinus issues.
Georgia said she had a medical condition. See, I did read it correctly.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that. Well, they did a good job because they made it look natural. So.
But like I said, you can review any of them. And I don't begrudge any of the women or men who have work done, but don't lie about it and say this is God's beauty when you went under the knife for it.
Well, she also said she's too good for OnlyFans, which is funny because, again, when the story breaks, I mean, it sounds like she needs a little bit of income. So, I mean, maybe she should consider OnlyFans. That way she wouldn't have to leech off of other people. So, yeah, she acts like she's too good for it, but I think she's actually like the best nominee to get an OnlyFans. So maybe she can start paying for her own stuff.
She should check out Unfiltered with Stephanie.
Yeah, Unfiltered.
Yeah, why didn't she just sell some farts in a jar? I mean, look at Stephanie made $250,000, right? Doing that.
I swear to God, that I laugh every time I see. I'm like, girl, I said you're a freaking genius, because there's all kinds of people in this world.
I need to know though, as a consumer, okay, if I'm buying somebody's fart in a jar, I better have something in that jar of air that is an actual something reminiscent of an actual flatulence. Okay. So how did she do that? I want to know. Did she just send people empty jars of air? Was she really farting in jars? I need to know how this went down. Does anyone know?
You have to actually see it, Brooke, because there's so many novelties out that you can buy spray now. You see it all over TikTok.
What, fart spray? She's selling queefs too.
She's selling what?
Queefs too.
No, Lord have mercy.
I swear.
No one wants to smell that.
Hey, Gwyneth Paltrow, was it Gwyneth Paltrow that smells pea-scented candles? Not pee, but,
Yeah, that's Gwyneth Paltrow, though, not this.
You know what? It's only stupid if it doesn't work. And she made almost like I said, $250,000 selling farts in a jar.
I mean, that's what she tells the media. You can easily lie about anything related to your worth. So I don't believe that.
I guess you're right.
They all have a gimmick. Some of them make out okay, others don't. I mean,
do they have fart spray?
Yeah, you go to Spencer's. I don't know if you ever heard of the novelty.
Yeah, I love.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can go in there and you can buy it. Brooke, that's a great idea. Maybe we should get on OnlyFans and just get that spray from Spencer's. And
there you go.
We'll be a millionaire for next year.
Let's do it. I mean, I had thrown around the idea before when she first came out with it, and she did it. And it's not a bad idea. I guess I need to start getting a little bit more creative, because I would like to. If anybody, please DM me if anybody ever was a recipient of a fart jar, so I can know what the quality was like. I need to make sure and match the precedent.
Because she ended up in the hospital because of it. Yes.
Oh, she did. That's right. She ate too many beans and it spiked her potassium. It's not funny, but yeah, that's right. But that
ran to the media to tell them about it. I mean, that's weird.
True. Very true. Let's see. It was 1 million. She made $1 million off of that. Are you sure? But I just want to know how even if you did spray it in a jar, how would that scent stay in there? It's just, I'm interested in the manufacturing process. Yeah, there still is Spencer's. There's one in our mall.
Yes, we have one here too.
Yeah, it's in our mall.
So
Yep.
you just go over there and Brooke, pick you up a dozen bottles of it. You'll be a millionaire by next year.
And then she put some nice little gingham ribbon around it too, Lisa. And it's really professional looking with a nice little like dainty like label on it that it says, Stephanie Motto's fart jar or whatever.
And you're gonna have to ask George here because he follows everybody. I think Tanya got in on that with Stephanie about selling fart jars.
Who?
Tanya.
Yeah, because they had just recently got together and said they were about to go and partner up to sell fart jars. It's like fart jar 2.0.
It's all hearsay, like George says. It's all based on her word. There's no third-party, verifiable evidence that she actually made this. It's just her saying it. I could say that, I sold a fart for $500,000 to someone in Saudi Arabia, and what's the legitimacy and credibility of that? So, what's her name? Is it Stephanie?
Stephanie Motto, yeah. Not to get confused with Stephanie. Not to get confused with the other Stephanie.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, no. Don't get confused with OJ's.
OJ's girl.
Which one's the other Stephanie? Did she used to pose like by a Maserati car?
Yes. She owns a skincare business.
We talked for like a couple weeks. She was trying to get me on the show too. But she was very devious and very calculating. And so we talked. That was like after the Laura Jalali thing. But I always forget about her. We ended up blocking each other on Instagram. So I haven't seen, but she was just always posting in like high heels, bending down in front of her Maserati in the front yard. It was kind of weird. But
yeah, so she started, y'all, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that was a made up meme. She's like went out on a date with OJ Simpson. So that must have been after you and her talked.
Before he murdered two people?
Yeah.
Obviously. No, he married. There was a picture of them together a year ago.
Yes, it is. I saw the picture.
And it was her and OJ like hugged up, and she put it on her Instagram. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit, Stephanie. Like, I cannot even believe. Let me see if I can find that, if it's still there.
That's why I say they hook up with these killers and shit. What the hell is wrong with these people?
Well, to be fair, let's see. Let me see if she's blocked me, because this shit's funny. Yeah, she didn't block me. And it was literally a year ago. It was February when she posted it. I remember where I was at. Let's see if she deleted it. Let's see. January. Nope, I think she deleted it. Or maybe I can find it on Google.
Well, one of the meme pages will have it for sure, because I think they were yanking on it when they saw it.
I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot. I just don't have time to. I could post it on my community tab, because I know I screenshotted that. And I remember somebody commented underneath it. I was like, oh my God, I really thought that was OJ. And they're like, it is. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, here we are.
Oh, dear God.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little unhinged. He's had guys.
Huh? Let me share it, so y'all can just see it a little bit better than that glare.
Family portrait. You can put it above the fireplace for Christmas.
Oh, Lord.
OJ got some chompers. He got some teeth. Let's see.
She's been silent, so I don't know what's going on with her. She's been very silent. But I know one thing. Annie looked absolutely gorgeous for Valentine's Day. Did you see her picture?
I didn't.
Oh my God, Annie Robert. She looked like $1,000,000. She was in red. She was freaking gorgeous.
Oh, she's so pretty anyway.
Yeah, she is. I really like her. I was like,
so evidently this lady Josh talked to also, and then she ends up finding new love in all the wrong places.
That's frightening. I guess I dodged a bullet literally and a knife.
Literally. Yeah, right? That's crazy, huh? How did that even happen? I want to know.
I know you don't.
So, Christoph fan always wants to know, Josh, the story about Karini. How'd that happen?
Oh, I mean, I think I DM'd her first and was just like, hey, you're pretty. She was like, oh my God, you're so hot. She immediately started sending me X-rated pictures. So So I was like, hey, let's text. This is on Instagram. So we started texting, and then I was like, where do you live? I thought she was going to say Brazil. She's like, I live in Louisville. I was like, dude, I live in Champaign, Illinois. That's like 3 hours from me. So I'm like, we should hang out. She's like, yeah, definitely. So I went down there 3 or 4 times. Every time I went down there, I had to pay for everything. She had some sob story about how Paul stole all her OnlyFans money and ran off to Brazil. So I was like, oh my God. So, driving down there, and then I'd have to pay for everything. And then she lives in this little tiny shack underground in some basement apartment unit. And it's pretty depressing, with like a mattress on the floor and just a little weird. So I didn't like going to her place. And she's like, why don't you want to come to my place? I was like, dude, like, let's go to a restaurant and like talk. Like, it was just a strange place that she lived at. So then, yeah, she was just shady, still talking to Paul, still talking to other guys. I didn't trust her. She was always starting fights. Then she started a fight about me liking Lizzie Combs's post about surviving cancer or something. And I was like, dude, like, she's like, why are you liking your ex's posts? I was like, dude, you're out of control. So that's when we broke up.
Well, to be fair, whenever I talked to Paul in the past, Paul told me she actually took all that OnlyFans money and bought a huge ass mansion in Brazil. He said, of course, I mean, it's not like buying a mansion here, but still, she's got the biggest house in the city that they live in. And then they went into Disney World, and literally, I couldn't believe they were there so long. I thought they moved there. I thought they moved to damn Florida or into the Disney Resort, because they were there for like a month, like a couple summers ago. So Paul has always contended to me that no, that money wasn't stolen. The money was spent.
There's her mansion.
Period.
Why isn't she living in a mansion? Why is she in a basement dungeon unit?
She bought that Paul said she bought that for her family in Brazil.
Why does? She should have bought.
That's what he told me.
Here that was a little nicer, because it's pretty.
Yeah, think about that. I mean, because I think he had told me at one time there was like $250,000 in their OnlyFans account, and I'm like, y'all could have bought like a nice, decent, small, quaint little starter home, and then had all that cash in the bank, plus continued to make content on OnlyFans. That's what Paul told me, George.
Too remedial to think that far ahead in their life. Instead, they're going to blow $45,000 to stay at Disney World for a month, because, that's what you do when you have 2 kids, and then you just let the state take care of them, and you save a little money, and, nothing wrong with that.
I hope that's not me with the feedback. Let me take my earphones out.
I turned mine off, Brooke. I turned mine off.
Okay, let me try mine again.
Oh, I thought I did. Oops, it could be me, Brooke.
Okay.
I was on the phone with my husband.
Yeah, I can fact check that for you, Paul. George, I can call Paul and ask him. But I think if I remember correctly, it was around the sum of $250,000.
And I can believe that with the videos they were dropping. I can believe it.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I want to see these pictures at Disneyland. That's hilarious. So if someone can send me pictures of them at Disneyland, it would be appreciated.
There were tons of them. They were there forever. I think Paul said they were there for almost a month.
Because
2 weeks, 3 weeks or something. It was crazy.
It's a shame, Brooke, that you can't get hold of her because she's offline. She's spending time with her real life and real family. Shots has so many pictures of so many casts that did OnlyFans.
Oh, I know. I've got a lot of them too.
Okay, you probably have the same one Shots did then.
Probably, but she probably has more.
But I can believe that, Paul and Creedy made $250K easily on OnlyFans. I really can.
Yeah, I mean, Paul did an interview, and oh God, I can't even repeat it. I just couldn't believe what he was saying. It's just, I don't know. It's just a lot. I don't even want to say it, but they were doing some. I'm not kink shaming anybody, by any stretch of the imagination at all.
Shit. I'll say it.
They into some freaky ass shit. Freaky ass shit.
Production value.
But hey,
the production value was not pretty.
No, it wasn't. It was like a selfie stick.
Yeah, it was like a selfie stick. There's like some animals, like stuffed animals in the corner, and then like a mattress or with like one sheet on it, and then like a stained yellow wall behind them.
I don't know. Maybe I have to go in production and be the manager and set the sets for them and tell them, all right, for every video proof, I get so much back because
10%.
10%.
Do 10%.
I'm thinking at least 15.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
set that
Well,
up.
let's do 20 because of because of inflation.
True. True, sweetie.
Well, I'm sure Disney
What?
was very grateful for their hard work on OnlyFans, so that they spent about $100K there. So I'm sure Walt Disney and the rest of us are not. I hope that OnlyFans account is shut down. No one wants to see that. It's pretty gross. Unfortunately, my friends still send me those images as a joke every now and then. I'll get one on my phone. It's disgusting.
Did y'all ever talk about that when you were with her? Did you ever say, "Hey, so what's up with your OnlyFans"?
No.
Did you ever?
Why? I was like, do you know what's on the internet about you? If I Google your name, the images that pop up. And she's like, I have no shame. I have no CPS does not affect me being a good mother. And I was like, dude, yeah, like that's horrible. Like there's a cucumber here for one. Like, and you're worried about a walk in the park with Josh Seiter, like that your kid yanked away. Like this is a cucumber.
They live in a fantasy world.
Yeah, so
and George, I not to cut you off, George, you're absolutely correct. There is only probably a handful that will not turn your stomach that are posed for OnlyFans.
I know. I mean, and there's so much to me. I mean, why can't we be classy? Like Josh says, all he's ever done is undie pictures. There's nothing wrong. Why can't people just, because I think like even with Avery, like she just went on full on, just straight up and
Oh, she got mad at you guys. She was so mad at you guys.
She deleted her OnlyFans.
Mommy started that.
Oh, crap. And she said, I'm headed to my lawyer's office now, and I have screenshots of all of your names, and I will be suing each one of you individually. I saw a post she made about that. That was hilarious. You can't sue.
Oh, that was.
So, I mean, Cassia tried it. Cassia was suing me, 2 months ago from her in-laws' basement in Italy, said she was going to file a class action lawsuit against me and was asking all the cast to sign her petition. And then I outed her.
What did you do to Cassia?
She just started absolutely obsessed with me, posting me every hour on her story. She posted me like 25 times on her story in one night. I think she was having some kind of a mental break or something. It was really weird. And so I was like, who is this person? So she started DMing me tons of DMs. So I would just like the DM, like double tap it and love it to infuriate her. And that so she went to Reddit, posted like 15 times on Reddit about me and created all these threads, said she was suing me and was calling all.
He must have never charged his phone. I want to hear the rest of this. I'll drop the link real quick.
Who was he talking about? It cut out.
He's about Cassia. Cassia was with, who was Cassia with, y'all? It was Cassia and you know. Cassia. I just saw a freaking article on her the other day about, I think, Monsters and Critics, asking if her and her man were still together. Jason. How did I forget that? Jason. No, it's Cassia from 90 Day Fiancé. It was season. Cassia Tavares, the former wife of. So Cassia was the one that was married to Jason Hitch, the one that passed away from COVID.
Okay. I gotcha.
And I don't remember what. And I loved Jason Hitch. A lot of people did not like him, but I found him hilarious. We would talk in DMs. Season 2, yeah, early on in the 90 Day franchise. Who DM'd who about who? Did I drop that link for Josh? I wanted to give him appropriate thank you and stuff for coming up and all the things.
And why are you going to tell me am I going to be nice?
Well, because he was just telling me that y'all had some kind of an altercation, and the last time y'all talked, y'all blocked, and I was like, oh shit. She's like, drop the link, and I'm like, are you gonna be nice? That's fine.
The only problem I have with Josh, and he cut off too soon. So if he's listening, Josh, my only problem was you went after Rose. You fucked up there because Rose is a very good friend of mine. She does not understand English very well, and for you to do what you did to Rose, that's not cool.
What happened with Rose? I hope he's coming back. I'm texting him. So, what did he do with Rose?
I'm not going to discuss it. I'll tell you in private. But I talked with Rose and I talked with In Touch Weekly about it. That's my only beef with Josh.
Well, hopefully then y'all can just squash it moving forward. And
exactly. Hopefully all that stuff. Be nice. I was like, What the hell?
Because I know you.
You're right.
I
You
mean,
do know me
I
then.
know you.
Are we going live tonight?
I'm planning on it. Yeah. The
What
reason I say
time?
that is because I don't know. The thing is I've got to work nights tomorrow, so I've got to be up late. So,
Yeah.
what time is good for you? And Rocco
Um,
still hasn't messaged me back. So,
I've got to be up early tomorrow because I got to be at work. So if the other person that we talked about, ask them if 9 o'clock, 9:30 would work.
okay, I'll do that. I'm just wondering.
Because the boys should be sleeping by then, and the baby.
Okay,
Baby
dokie.
girl should be sleeping.
All right. I bet you Josh's phone went dead. I'm assuming that's what happened, but but I thought he went to charge it. I'm so confused. But he's not reading my messages either, so that tells me that
His battery went completely.
I don't
dead.
know. In the hive, I don't know. Thank you, Christoph. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But yeah, and thanks, Lisa, for coming up. I'm going to go ahead and end this, I guess. I mean, we
I
can always
guess,
come back
yes.
to Josh. I've enjoyed talking to him,
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, that's what the whole thing was with Josh. What he did, I was like, that's not cool. I have a very special place in my heart for Rose. I am so proud of everything she's accomplished since she broke up with Big Ed, and she deserves nothing but happiness for her and her son.
She has so many followers. She's beautiful too.
She is. I'm hoping by next year I can fly over to the Philippines to meet with her.
You can't. Well, you're going to do what?
I want to fly over to meet her.
Oh, that would be cool.
I got some beautiful letters from the Philippines.
His phone died.
And then ladies still, we text because, I'm one of the few cast members that talk to people that are followers. And they're like, come to the Philippines, you can stay with us, you can stay with us. And I told my husband, I said, how about a trip to the Philippines? He said, oh, Lord.
Oh, my gosh. Okay,
I
let
mean,
me
that's like a 20-hour flight.
Let me send him. I'm going to tell him to come back up. Hey, Patrick, I'm telling him to come back up just so I can properly
All right,
in the live.
Yes. But to everyone here.
But I will message you after this, and we will get together about later.
All right. Sounds like a winner to me, babe. Anyhow, to all your viewers, hey, it's been fun. It's been real. Catch us tonight if we go live.
Yes,
love you, babe.
Please do. Bye, Lisa. Talk to you in a little while.
All right, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, we're going to wait for Josh to come right back just so we can properly tell him thank you for coming up and being so candid. He's got to go anyway. He's got something to do in the next couple of minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for coming and doing this interview. We've all enjoyed it. You're welcome to come back anytime, especially maybe after Monday, and we could talk about the big news.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. I'm sure George will join.
Yeah, that would be great, George.
Yep. And thank you so much for having me. I had a blast. Sorry, I had connection issues and my phone died. But anytime you want me back, I will be back. I had a good time.
Perfect. I had fun too. Thanks, Josh, so much for coming. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. So anyway, I'm excited to see what happens there. And well, I guess we're going to come back. Thank you, Autumn. Yeah, this was an actual content stream, so everybody could quit saying anything that content. But anyway, I just learned a lot today. I can't believe that all of this went down the way it did. I'm super excited and ready for the big drop. And George Mount Mossy, if you're still in here, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm down for it. I'm ready for it. So it looks like we're going to be having George and Josh back next week sometime, and we will get back into this Natalie how do you say her last name? Mordovtseva. I don't know how to say it. Saga. Because she is the star of the franchise. She is the biggest star. And so, yeah, we're going to keep talking about what a star she is. Oh, thanks, Christoph. Well, you're welcome. Sounds like there's going to be more to come. So, also, we thank you, Autumn. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Cooch. I appreciate that. Is that the real Cooch, or is that a different Cooch? But yeah, so it looks like we'll probably be back. You're welcome, Sarah. Later this evening for just some chit chat, just some our regular, banter stuff. And then I will get with George and we'll get this all worked out to where we can come on here and talk about it because I'm here for it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, all of my mods. Oh, Kel, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. And if I missed y'all's comments, I'm so sorry. It's hard to read those and talk and keep my focus. So, but anyway, I appreciate everybody for being here. Please like this video if you don't mind. And we will be back to discuss this further in the very near future. Y'all have a wonderful day, everybody. And I'll probably 99% chance see y'all later this evening with Lisa and Rocco, if I can get Rocco to answer. Rocco always wants to stream and then he never answers the phone. Okay. See all y'all very soon. Bye, everybody.